When Governor Greg Abbott started busing migrants to New York and other cities led by Democrats, politicians far from the southern border began talking a lot more about the record number of migrants entering the U.S.
There is a crisis going on related to immigration, and it's not just at the border, it's in the nation's capital. It's the failure of our leaders in Washington for over 30 years, almost 40 years.
Over the past 22 months, Texas, under Abbott's leadership, has transported more than 100,000 migrants to New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Philadelphia, Denver, and Los Angeles. Those local leaders have bashed Abbott for not coordinating with them and say his actions are cruel political stunts. Fellow Republicans across the country say he's only putting a spotlight on a problem.
And as far as a governor or two busing migrants to either New York or New Jersey, percentage-wise, that's a small part of the problem. The greater part of the problem are the policies that are creating the crisis.
Polls show that the border and immigration are top issues for voters heading into the November election. And some political analysts in Texas say Abbott has helped to bring what may have been perceived as faraway challenges right into people's homes.
We have no idea why they're at the border. We don't know a lot about the political situations, the economic situations in these countries. We just know they're at the border, and that when people cross into the United States, then they're protected by the United States by law.
At a recent border visit, Abbott was with more than a dozen other Republican governors as he touted his confrontation with the Biden administration over his border policies. Democrats say Republicans are not interested in solutions. They point to Republicans in Congress rejecting the bipartisan border security deal negotiated by senators in the White House. Some Republicans say the deal was killed at the request of former President Donald Trump to keep alive a problem that benefits him politically.
The Republicans right now are looking and they're saying, okay, we're winning on some issues. And so we have the unique position where we can then move the goalposts and say, we want all of what we said we want and a little bit more. And that's the game that they're playing. But eventually, this is all going to have to come up to voters on Election Day in November.
After much speculation, Abbott decided against running for president and endorsed Trump instead. But Abbott's actions have elevated his profile, and that could come in handy should he run for president in 4 years. In Washington, Rena Diamante, Capital Tonight.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.